Well, welcome back, everybody, to episode 2 of our MK Sports Cars. I said motorsports the last time. I'm sorry. My apologies. It is MK Sports Cars out of the UK. Look in the description box below. They will be the first link in case you want to get in touch with them and purchase one for yourself. So, welcome back to episode 2. We are actually going to start the build. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to turn you around and I'm going to kind of show you what's been done and what we're basically going to do this afternoon. So bear with me just a second. We'll flip the camera around. Hang on. All right, so technically step 1 in the PDF file, which is basically how we've downloaded the instruction manual, is just PDF file. It's not a paper file. And the first thing that they basically tell you is to install the brake lines. Well, there you go. With a little bit of ingenuity and magic, really it was pounds, that is already done. We opted to basically let MK go ahead and install all of the brake lines. To be quite honest with you, again, depending on how high or how low you want to do this build, it's well worth, I think it was maybe around 100 pounds to have them do this. Yeah, it's just, I'm sorry, but it's worth it. So that's exactly what we had them do, because all these little fiddly bits, you know, of bending and, you know, doing the straps that hold it and all of that was well worth the 100 pounds, and we had the ability to do that, 100-ish pounds, somewhere around there, to have them do that. So if you can, I would suggest that you do the same. The next thing, part 2, was to install the pedal box. Yep. We opted for that one as well. I think that one was probably under 60 pounds to have that installed. They even put the stops in for us so that we didn't have to do any of that part. Again, kind of fiddly bits. So, yeah, a couple of tiny little cheats. I will show you now because we're sitting in here. We also opted for the newer quilted and heated seats. Thank you very much. These have not been installed. They're just sitting there. But this is some really nice quality. They are very soft. They're going to be really comfortable. You know, if you're young and you can do those hard plastic seats, save yourself a little bit of money. But I don't think that this upgrade was all that much either. And we're old, so we need a little more cushion. So you can see those seats are just stunning. Can't wait for those. So technically, part 1 and part 2 were already done for us. Probably spent less than 200 pounds getting those things done. So what is step 3? Step 3 is we need to wrap a couple of these areas in some conduit for protection against, I guess they think parts of the arms or motor or rotary parts could touch those areas, or they could get real hot. So that's the point of the conduit. You don't know what conduit is. This is it. This is actually how it came. It may be one big piece. It may not. They've actually, I think this one's split too, which is really nice. So we actually don't have to split it. You can just wrap it around yourself. And this is probably cut to fit, is going to be my assumption. And you know what happens when we assume. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the area. What is that? Why do you have that?
Well, if you look at the thing, it's all bent or whatever. How are you going to do that to tape measure?
Okay, so
you do this.
Oh, is that what we're wrapping? Those little pieces? Okay, I see.
The brake line, so you get a rough idea.
So, okay. Just roundabouts. You know, horseshoes and hand grenades, this will work. It doesn't have to be specific, but we can get real close. So we're just going to kind of measure this area. And how far back are we going? All the way?
The picture shows just to this first clip. So
just to the bend.
You need that much.
So we're going to go from here down to this first bend right here. Yep. So all the way around onto this first bend, because again, motor's probably going to live right here. So
motor's going to be here. Tranny's going to be here,
yep.
Which is why I guess they don't say this needs to be.
Okay.
And then back there where the axles, or if you're British or European, what do they call them? They call them drive shafts.
Yeah.
See, we call the prop shaft the drive shaft.
Okay.
Fake off.
All right, so that's going to be step one, is going to be that. So I'm going to put you guys on pause, PAWS, and we're going to get those things ready.
Okay. Go.
All right, so basically you see it split all the way down. You don't have to go all the way down to here. I'm just going to get it on here, and then we're going to push it on. Maybe. There we go. All right, and then just wiggle your way around. Maybe. We may have to zip tie it as we go.
One end and then somewhere in the
Probably. So we'll get some zip ties, which we're going to do. They have black zip ties, but we like to color code everything. So I think our color scheme is the body is orange. I think all of our hoses are going to be green. Our seat belts are green. So I think we'll probably use some orange zip ties on here just because we want to be able to see them if they happen to fall off. So we'll pause. We'll be back here in just a second. We'll grab those things. All right, so we got that on there. It was a little fiddly, just a little tiny bit, but we are going to cut these off, and then we're going to cut this little piece off right here, and that's going to be it for episode 2, I'm pretty sure. So I'll let him go ahead and do the grunt work. I'll let him cut that off. Those are just wire snips, actually, or tin snips that we're using. It's just plastic. It comes off fairly easy. Be careful of those lines that you don't cut them. Not him, but just in general. And then we're just going to snip off these little ends, and that's it. So we'll pause for a sec. Alrighty, we're going to try to keep these episodes under 10 minutes, if it's at all humanly possible to do. Hang on, let me show you this. All right, all clippy and nice. Looks very pretty. Looks very pretty. All right, so the next piece we've got to do is right there, and we got to wrap it around to over here because this is where the drive shaft is coming in. So, you know, same verse. We're just going to do it again.
Show them when we're done.
All right, we ran out of orange ones, so we zip tied with blue. We're not cutting those off because we're going to go get some more orange ones because we can't do that. We've got to stick with our color scheme. So there you go. You see where all that conduit has went? That's it, that's it, that's it. Because that's where the drive shaft is basically going to go. So, yeah, my OCD. Yeah, my OCD won't allow that. So, that's it for episode 2. We did just a little because most of the stuff was already done. And my suggestion would be, if you have the few extra funds, I can promise you it's worth it, because just bending those lines
it's
probably
cheaper than the hair implant.
It would have taken us days, to be quite honest with you, on doing that, and I'm not sure how many fights. So, for your own sanity and your peace, just pay them, because it takes them a few minutes to do it. All right, so that's episode 2 of the new MK, as they call it, the sprint car, our Super 7 Lotus. So come on back for episode 3.